All right, welcome to the Minnesota State High School Baseball Coaches Association podcast. My name is Don Gowerlich, and I'm joined by Craig Anderson, Dean Schwartz, and Mark Downey. And I want to thank you guys all for joining us today. We have a really big announcement that we're excited to share with all of you. And it's been something that's been years in the making for us, and it's finally going to happen. Mr. Craig Anderson, would you please make that announcement for us?
I'm proud to do so, Don. This is something we've talked about since actually 2019. We had looked into it with President Dave St. Peter and the Twins, and then COVID came along and kind of knocked that out. We lost a season, and then we were just happy to get baseball back. And now that we've got into some stability and had 3 great seasons under our belts, now we're going to introduce something that we think is long overdue, and it's called Baseball Across Minnesota. And it's going to be May 2nd to May 5th. We know we've got some, we're a big state. We've got some unique weather patterns in different parts of the state. So we wanted to give everybody 4 days to try to pick a day where they're going to play baseball and celebrate the great game of baseball. And we're going to do this at the high school level. We've asked our junior highs, town teams will be going at that time with town ball. And of course, we're hoping that colleges and maybe even the professionals will be joining us. But from May 2nd to May 5th, we will identify key games, and then we're going to get out there, play baseball, and enjoy it. And we think it's going to be a great celebration.
Wow, that sounds great. And the beauty of it, it sounds as though everybody can participate.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
No doubt, Don. We think that inclusion is so important because, we've got so many great baseball fields in the state of Minnesota, as well as 4 outstanding classes will be battling for a state championship just a little bit later when they start their playoffs at the end of May. And then they culminate it by playing the state championship games at beautiful Target Field. So this will be kind of a mid-season highlight. And we think the fans and the players will really enjoy it.
For sure. Mark, talk a little bit more about participation. The team wants to get involved. The team, maybe they have 3 of their levels traveling one day, or all 5 are on the road. Can they all play, and how is this going to work?
Yeah, we want this to include everyone. Craig was good about sharing all the levels, but basically it goes from Miracle League and Little League and any youth baseball, high school, college, professional, town ball, and anything that I might have missed there. And we invite everybody to publicize what they're doing using Twitter, hashtag Baseball Across MN, hashtag Baseball Across MN, or the MSHSCA baseball Facebook page as well, with any pictures or anything about the day that you're designating as your Baseball Across Minnesota celebration.
The cool part is they can throw little highlights, a little junior out there hitting an inside the park home run that probably was a single, and they can tag the Baseball Across MN handle there and put it out on Twitter, and then we'll have our Facebook page uploading as well at that time, which will be really, really neat. Dean, you are our president of the Coaches Association. Talk a little bit about some of the planning process with this, and in addition to how teams can get involved, what maybe at your program in Glencoe Silver Lake, what you're thinking of doing to make this really work for your program.
Yeah, it works out really well for us. On May 2nd, we have a doubleheader with New Lund Spicer. We've kind of talked with those coaches. They're big supporters of the Coaches Association and just the idea of this. So what we're going to do is get a picture together with both teams at home plate and try to celebrate this day, and then share that across Twitter, and then, hashtag the people that we need to at that time. So they're excited about it. We're excited about it. And then we're also looking at the possibility of doing the T-shirts. There'll be T-shirts for sale later down the road here that will get information out to people. And then maybe some of the guys will have that, and they can have that in the pictures. So we're really looking forward to opportunity.
That sounds exciting. And I know that Game 1 is working on our T-shirt logo with that. And folks will be able to order T-shirts online. Small part of that donation from the T-shirt will go to a couple of the causes that we feel near and dear to our heart. But Craig, I know that part of our Baseball Coaches Association Advisory Board mission is to promote baseball in the game of baseball in the state of Minnesota. And we have 377 schools / communities put together that we can do that with. And talk about how important it is to promote the game right now.
Well, I think the beauty of baseball is doesn't make any difference. If you've got 9 kids that love the game, you can have a baseball team. And of course, most of our squads are going to probably be made up of anywhere from 12 to maybe 20 athletes at each level. But once they have an opportunity to pair up with somebody in their class, because we've got Class A, Double A, Triple A, and 4A, when they get after one another, it's equally matched ball clubs. And a lot of times, just like Dean had talked about, when they get together with New London Spicer, that's a great traditional rivalry for them. So we're hoping that a lot of these teams will be able to pick programs that they are close to, and we'll have a lot of fans there. And another thing they could do besides maybe getting these T-shirts is they could pass a hat. And with the funds that they would get with that, they would then turn it into our Minnesota State High School League treasury. And then what we will do is we're going to find a worthy cause to share that money with. So it's not going to be a profit to our organization. Instead, we're going to give it right back to the communities to help them promote baseball. So we are really excited about that inclusion of everybody from the biggest schools in the state right down to those sometimes small Class A programs.
Right. I think you get into, say, Hockey Day Minnesota and such, and they love Hockey Day Minnesota. It's been going for almost 20 years, but you have those sites that have the game, and there'd be a lot of sites, and I would love to have that. Everybody can have it here for baseball. Mark, what are your closing thoughts on this?
I would just re-up on the Hockey Day Minnesota. What a great event that has become, and exciting for the entire state of Minnesota and the hockey community. And we think this can do the same thing for baseball. As you said, not everybody can host Hockey Day Minnesota. Everybody can host a Baseball Across Minnesota Day. So that's exciting. It includes everybody, and we're fired up to get going with it.
And Dean, within your conference, it's not just Glencoe, Silver Lake, and New London Spicer. You have so many rivalries within your conference, and they're growing and they're getting better and better every year.
I also think it's important that everybody shares it with their media sources out there, whether it's your newspaper, your small town radios. Get that date out there and share it with your local communities, and let's make this a great day.
We're excited to make this the best Baseball Across Minnesota weekend ever, and it's going to be a fantastic start to a tradition that we look forward to seeing happen for a long time. Guys, I want to thank you for joining the podcast tonight, and I know that there will be a lot more information coming out in the weeks to come, but mark May 2nd to the 5th on your calendar this year, and get out and watch a ball game at a local ballpark. You'll certainly enjoy it. Thanks for joining us.